Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back to the craft room here this morning at Scallion Hill with Tanya. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate your company. Oops-a-daisy, just sent that skew with. There we go, it doesn't matter. I was asked when I posted one of my junk journal or scrap journal or scrapbooking videos, and whatever you like to call it, one of my card crafters came back to me and asked how they could use the same, how they could use one application and the other. How could they use the junk journaling or scrap journaling things to make a card? And I thought I would take some time today to show you exactly how you could do that. In one way, there are lots of different ways, but this is just one. I have done other ones before, but this is really straightforward, and I think it makes a very, very pretty little card. Again, you could pretty much use it for any occasion. You take the flower off it and put another motif on, maybe a tree, a leaf, whatever, and it could be for a man. I think flowers are more lady-esque, feminine sort of cards, and yet I think this one you need to get away with it for a man because of the colour and the button, and it's quite unisex, isn't it? Gender fluid. There we go. Is it okay to say that? Maybe it's not okay to say. If it's not okay to say that, I apologise profusely. I live in the wilds in the north of Ireland, halfway up a mountain, which is covered in cloud this morning, I hasten to add. So if I'm not terribly PC, please forgive me. It takes a little while for it to filter through between where we are and age and stage, I'm afraid. But I'd never, ever set out to hurt anybody's feelings and would be so upset if I had. Now, how did I start making the card? Let's forget about that little faux pas, because I've started to try to do this little video about 7 times. So here's going. I'm just going to keep ploughing on. I've given up. So here we go. I start off with a little DL Cintigo white. I think it's white. I think it's linen cardstock. You buy it from Cintigo Direct, Syntego. It's a very pretty little linen. Oh, I just love it. Love it. So that's what I'm using for my base. This time I'm going to use a pretty little swirly patterny thing, just to give me a little bit of a feel of colour on the card. Because if you buck that down on the top, it looks a bit barren and bare and as if it shouldn't fit. Whereas I think if you put something like this down, it works a treat. Now, because I have a hand tremor and I am having a morning of it, I'm going to use my low-tack tape to tape my pretty little stencil down, just to help me stop it from moving around. I have some Distress Oxide, Ranger Distress Oxide frayed burlap Tim Holtz. How can you go wrong? And my frayed burlap brush. So I'm just giving this a little go. I am going to take off a little bit of the excess because I don't want too much. Ooh, especially at the top and the bottom. I just want a hint. Do you see that? There, like that. And now I'm going to get a little bit darker in the centre because I can. I just think it looks like it's faded. Now let's have a quick peek. And this is the great thing about taping it down. I was going to say this is the great thing about taping it down, because if I put it in there, I should be able to lift it up and it came off. So whatever I have down is going to have to do, and it's just as well I like it. Honest to goodness, it has been a day of it. But let's not turn a little mishap into a tragedy. It's not. Now I'm going to pop that down, and you see the way that just gives me the hint of brown and colour. I think it's gorgeous. And then I'll have my happy birthday down here, and it brings it all together, doesn't it? Do you think so? you know, I actually really do think I could have done with a little bit more depth. And I'm wondering, would I get away? Because I don't know how I would find that. Oh my word. I think I just did. Will you see me having to do this an 8th time? Oh, I got it. I got it. I don't believe it. That was fluky. Whew. I don't recommend that. Heart rate's gone up a few. I don't know why, because at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world, is it? It's only a card. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I have used a little nesting tag die, which I have. It's a pretty little stitched one to cut my tag. You don't need it. You really don't need it. Take a bit of card. Let me see. Do I have any here? What do I have here? Oh, look at this. Here we go. Here's a piece of red. Let's use that. It's actually a card. Now, where's my little baby chomper, which I love. I know this is square because it's well, it should be. So I'm just going to chomp it at about 2.5. There we go. Okay. And all I need to do is take off a corner at the top, flip it round, push it flush to the edge, push the glasses up the nose so that we can see what we're doing. Make sure it is flush to the edge and cut across. And you've got a tag. Simple as that. Punch a hole in it and hey ho, away we go. I'll save that. I hate throwing things out, so that will do me for something else in my junk journaling. Now, I have a wonderful little tool here. This is a fantastic Memory Keepers chomper. Crocodile, not a chomper, a crocodile. Now let me make sure I've got that in the right place. Yeah, I think that's about right. There we go. This punches holes for you and then puts in little grommets. Now, if you don't have grommets, these are grommets here. And I love them. I use them in pretty much everything. If you don't have one of these, don't panic. Cut yourself some little reinforcers and one of those will do just as well. Look, do you see that? Every bit as pretty. Now, if you want, I can go ahead and use that. I don't need to use this, maybe. But I'll show you how it works anyway, because it is fun. I've just put a big nail mark on my card, but it'll be covered up. It doesn't matter. You pop your grommet in. Press down. You don't have to push terribly hard to be awfully strong. And hey ho, you've a wonderful, wonderful little bit of hardware on your tag. If not, stick that down. Whoopsie daisy. And it'll work every bit as well. Please don't worry. Use what you have. Now let me put these away in the right spots, because if I don't, I'll lose them and I'll be running around crying, where are they? Right, I'll set you out of the way. This is a nesting die. I have no idea who it is. It looks awfully familiar, but I can't remember. I got it from Craft Stash UK. I'm pretty sure of that. Now, this is going to sit here like this. Let's stop flitting about, Tanya, and let's get on with making our little tag. You don't have to make it the same. You can make it with whatever you have. For the background piece of material, try and not get my head and hair in the video this time, I have just used a little bit of an old bandage. I've pre-cut a piece here and I'm going to stick it down with some PVA glue. This is art glitter, which is an expensive glue. You don't need to use anything near as expensive as that. Oopsie daisy. Just get it down. Doesn't matter. PVA glue, Nuvo glue, whatever you have. Glue gun. Not glue gun. Glue stick will do. And then I used a little bit of material. Now, what have I got here? I've got my little... These are my titchy bits that I keep over from any project. What have I got? Oh, I like this one. This is pretty. How would that look there? What do you think? I do like that one. I also like this one. Let me see which one's this. Oh, there's a nice... Oh, that's the same. I don't want the same. I have little bits of jeans here as well. And oh, that's nice. That's lovely. I like this one. So those are two. Oh, you're the pep. Right, I found it. I found it. I found the one. There we go. I love this piece of material. Look at that. And that would be male or female, wouldn't it? Would work for either. Let me see. Where do I want to cut this? About there. Now, I don't want it to look too neat, so I'm going to rip it. There we go, because that's just my signature. I like things grungy and I'm not too fussed on this bit up here, so I'm going to try and de-stress it a little bit and not make it look too neat. There we go, that's much better. Now, I can't do much about this bit because it's curled over. There we go, doesn't matter. We'll slide it down there, we'll be covering that up a little bit. Now, on this one, I used a safety pin and a bit of ribbon just to decorate it a bit. You can use anything at all. I've nothing. I'm going to put those away because if I don't, I'll forget. There we go. What have I got in this little box? I have ribbon here. Look, a bag. I have ribbon. Oh, I have a nice little bit of border anglais. I have, what else? There's thicker brown ribbon. And there's nice brown ribbon with a dot on it. Let's see now what we have. There's brown there. Bear with me a wee second, sorry. I'm so sorry about that. Hubby came in with a boy on the phone. He's a sweetheart. Phoning up to see how I've been keeping. Now, let's see. I find this little bit of border anglais and I do like it. I think it looks very pretty. Not very masculine, I have to add, but it's rather pretty. And then I thought maybe if I hid the bit at the top, I'm not sure that I like the brown with the blue. I know they work, those colours work very well together. I'm just not sure. I have blue in here somewhere. Ooh, let's see. I have loads of ribbon. I have no shortage of it. Does that work? I don't like the dots. I could turn it the other way up. Don't like that. Nope. What else have I got in here? Don't like... Do I like that? No, I don't. I don't. Right. What else do I have? Ooh. No, it's too powerful. Oh dear. See, you get one bit working and then the other bit doesn't. You just have to find something that will work. Right, I haven't found it yet. Let me see. I have another bag of tricks down here. I might have to change. Ooh. Oh, I might use some of those. No, it's too garish, isn't it? Ooh. I have some of my measuring tape. I wonder. That works, doesn't it? Right. Let's cut a little bit of that. Let's pop you all back in the wrong bag, but it doesn't matter. It'll all work itself out in the end. Let's see. I do like that. Let's take from here a 1/4 of the inch and pop you down there. How's that? Right, I'm going to try and marry these two up. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on this and pop you on just over the edges like so, so that you stick to the mat. There we go. I haven't even stuck this one down yet, so let me... Oh, look, I've got another little bit here, which is really rather cute. Let me just put a bit of glue down to put you on, like so. There we go. And then I'm going to stick a bit of glue on here, like so. Isn't glue wonderful? Pop you down there like that. There we go. If you find your glue's not sticking, don't be afraid. Oh, look at that. Yep, you're going down too. There we go. I do like that colour, and it's really antique looking. There we go. Please stick. I'm sorry if I just got my hair in the camera again. I don't know why I did. It's not the same height as it used to be. Something's gone wrong. I love these little flowers. Wonder how I get these. Oh, you're wrapped round. Look at that. Where are you, you little minx? Can I just pull one of the... Yep, I can. Now, I do like this. Oh, I do like that. Isn't that pretty? Let's take a little bit of that bend out. Oh, would you look at that? Isn't that the sweetest? Now, I'm going to put a big, big blob of glue down here to try and stick this with. And I found that completely by accident. Now, a few down there, but I don't know if you're going to stick. So I'm just going to lift a little bit of this, like so. Use my stapler to get that down, and then pull that back over to hide it a little bit. There we go. Doesn't matter if you hide it completely or not. I'll put a label or something over that. Now, I think we're coming along very nicely. This was the original one. It's different. Just use what you have. Whatever that might be. I have lots of pretty little flowers and bits of oh geez Louise, I just pulled that apart. That was smart. Somehow they've stuck to each other. Oh dear, I have to repair that. It's beautiful. That would work. Oh my gosh, would you look at that? It's a wee bit too much, otherwise it would have worked very prettily, wouldn't it? What else? I've nothing else sitting out in the desk, I don't think. Hold on to you, you'll work for something else. I've pretty bits of material everywhere that would work, but just whatever you have. Now let me get a little label. I have pre-made ones here that I use a lot in my card making. You see, that would hide that perfectly, as would that. Any of these would. I like this one. I like the ruffety, scrappy dappy look. Vintage, distressed, whatever you want to call it. Let's try sticking you down. Now I'm going to hold that in place a minute because it's going over staples and bits of wire and material. I just want to give it a good chance to stick. I just keep holding it. It's not stuck yet quite. Pop you away. Now, look at that. Do I want a charm and a pin in it or not? I kind of think it's pretty the way it is, but it's, let's see, I have little buttons here. Oh, look at you. No, I don't like that. I have a nice, oh, doesn't that work? Oh, that works awfully well. Now, I used a safety pin in the last one, and I like to change things up. So this time, I'm going to use a little dressmaker's pin or ball pin or whatever you like to call it. Now, to get it through everything can be tricky. I want that there, so I want to put that roughly about there. So what I'm going to use is my awl to go through all these pieces. Let me see. I'm just using it on the mat rather than the glass, and I've just pushed it through, sorry, like so. I can pop this on like this, or I can put it on a little what do you call these things? I've no idea. Round circular pieces of metal. I can't remember what they're called. And I have a little pair of pliers I use to just push that into place like that, and then pop it on my pin. Pop it. Oh, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to put another hole in to bring the pin back through. So let me do that. Oh gosh, that is tricky. No, hopefully this will work. Bring it back in through that. Bear with me just 1 second, sorry. Okie dokie, sorry about that. Now, yes, where do we got to? I put the bull pin in through the 2 wee holes that I used the awl to pierce, and I've attached. That's my mum trying to go out through the door quietly. Oh dear, 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 dear. I do apologise. Life gets in the way, doesn't it? So I have my gorgeous little padlock put on with a little bull pin. Safety pin's fine. If you don't have charms, you can put in another little label. You can decorate it whatever way you want. I feel that this is just sort of, and I don't like it. I have a little button here that I like that I could put on. I have a little floral one, but not sure about that. What about that little green one? That brings the green in there. I do like that. I do like, do I like that or do I like that one better? Decisions. Have I any better ones? I have a lovely little one here. I like that one too, but it's the wrong colour for green. Oop! Just pulled everything up with it. It must have been a bit of sticky tape or something on the back of that. Let's see. Right, make a decision, Tanya, for goodness sake. Right, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to stitch it in. Now, where's my needle? Here she is. I have a piece of wax thread on this, and I'm hoping we'll just go through. This is how I ruin all of my needles and bits and pieces that I'm supposed to stay sharp. Scissors is another thing. So I've had to start keeping them. Why won't you? Oh, that's not very successful. It's just such a short piece. Here we go. Out through you go. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Right, take 2. This is not my morning. Now, here we go. There we go. Pop you in there. Try and keep you there while I bring you back through roughly. It is tricky getting it. I did have it there and I let it go. Right, I don't want a load of holes. There you are. On you go. Perfect. Happy days. Pull it through. There we go. Pop you back up there, my darling. There you go. And tie a little knot. Simple. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You could stick this down with glue. It probably would have been a lot easier. But I kind of like it when there's a little bit of a different dimension, a little bit more media. That's the whole point. Now, I'm going to leave the ends on this a little bit rough because I like it that way. You mightn't. You might want yours neater. If so, just trim them down a little bit more. I'll trim that one. It's a bit long. I'll trim you. Now, that's better. Now, I think that's perfect. So, all it remains, I have a little strand here of twine that I'm going to... It's quite coarse twine. I think it's 3 mil in diameter, but that's the way I like it. So I'm going to trim this down a little bit because I don't need them quite that long. I have them pre-cut that length for my journals, but I don't need it for this. Oops, my little charm. There we go. Isn't that cute? There we go. There's 2 very pretty little tigers made. Love it. Now, card. Here we go. So all I want to do is mount this on here like this. And then my happy birthday down here like this. And that's me. Now, you could mount this on foam tape. I think it would look actually quite well on foam tape. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that. Right. Look at the damage I've made on the back. Aren't I quite something? Now, there we go. There we go. And I think a little bit in the centre, just up to there. Come on. Perfect. Right, you pop yourself in there, keep things tidy. And let's Now, my usual trick would be to put a little bit of glue stick on this so you can move it around, but I really don't think we need to on this one. Do you? I think it's going to go, what, there? Yeah, about there. Actually, I'm going to put the glue stick on because I've lost my confidence as soon as I said that. Just in case, whoopsie daisy, just in case I need to shift it about, I can, the glue stick gives you a little room to maneuver. I like this. No, come on, be sensible. Just get it down. There, perfect, perfect. Love it. And then my little dangle sort of hangs at a bit of an angle, which is terrific. I have my happy birthday pre-stacked, and I'm just going to shove it down with a bit of glue. Here we go. Where's my glue pen? I like using this two-way zig. Can you see that? Zig two-way glue. It has a nice little sort of felt tippy nib at the end, and it means that I can just go over it, move it around so I don't get everything covered in the front of it. I don't want the front of it covered in glue, obviously, and just get that little Y, whoopsie daisy, and then I drop it, and we'll put happy down here like so. Very pretty. And just hold that in place for a second. I'll give this a little wipe to make sure that I don't get glue over the front of the birthday. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy, there's another little craft lunch. Yes, I think I'm going to be spending my Saturday. I was hoping to spend it doing a little bit of crafting, because I have joined a wonderful craft group on and I've joined a really lovely craft group, and they, let's see, are holding a sale for charity. So I'm hoping, oh, I think that looks very sweet. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Let's clean this up before I set the card on it. Just make sure it's all nice and clean. I like to do that before I disappear onto something else, because if I don't, I forget and come back and put something down where it shouldn't be. There we go. Give it a little shine up. Put you over there. And ta-da! We have what I think. Now, you could be very arty and stick this down with a glue dot if you wanted. I like the fact that it springs and does its own thing. It's more mixed media. It's more natural. It's just, for me, it's perfect. I love it. Love it. And again, we have our other one, you know, here, which we could finish if we decided that was what we wanted to do. But I'm going to use this on a journal, and I'll use this for something else. I'm not quite sure what yet, but I'll pop it in here and use it for something else. There we go. Happy days. I do hope. Do you know what I haven't done that I should have done? Can I get that off? I don't think I can. I should have went round the edge of this and distressed it a little bit. I'm not happy with that, but a way of doing that, use this card that I'm not going to be too fussed about. A way of doing that, to fix that error, let me see. Where is my vintage? I'll use walnut stings. I don't think vintage photo. Right, a way of doing this is put something underneath it and very gently go up and down the edge, like so. Do you see? That's lovely. Just gives it that. And I get me a bit more on. Come on, you stay in there, you wee rascal. Just gives it a little bit more of a distinctive edge, and it makes it look a little bit more weathered, and I do like that look. And I should have realised I hadn't, but forgive me, I did get a lot of interruptions today from family members. Isn't it lovely that they all give a hoot? Where's Granny gone, or where's Tanya gone, or where's the wife gone, or where's the daughter gone? What's she up to in there? And they think I'm just crafting. I used to have a wee sign that I put on the door. Would you believe? Well, I'm sure you would when you hear them this morning. But there we go. Doesn't that make just a little bit more down here at this corner like that? And I'm going to do this corner the same way. Look at that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Much happier. I'm going to do the same at the top. Just going to loosen this off a bit and do the same here. It gives it a bit more dimension and makes it look a little bit aged. And it's done the same to my jute rope, which I'm actually quite chuffed about. Oh, look at that. Do you know, I'm going to do a wee bit more, I think. There. Now let that dry. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I like this little short edge and the little long edge. I'm just going to leave it exactly like that. Perfect. There we go. I must put my pin in my glue. I always forget and then come back and wonder why it's dried up. That's us. We're done. And don't worry, I'll use this for something else. But there we go. That's me. One very pretty. I just feel that this is a bit too... Oh, I'm going to ruin it. Is that working? I wonder will I get away with this. That's better. Let's try another little bit. Actually, I have these gorgeous, titchy tiny little pens. Here's one here. They're not pens, they're, what colour is that? Oh, that's good. Right, let's see. Let's give you just a little bit. Yeah, that's given me that wee bit of room. I just want to grunge this up a bit and give it a little bit more, because all of a sudden this is grunged up and this is a wee bit, to me it's just a wee bit too light. Ooh, I caught the card there. Duh, it's not the end of the world, it's grunge. There we go. Now I think that all of a sudden that is very much more a male card than a female one. Here's the door again. So I'm going to leave it there. 2 seconds, sorry, 2 seconds. Oh, look at that. My hubby has just come down. Would you look at spoilt rotten with a mug of tea and a few biscuits.
Ginger nut.
Rather appropriately, he's brought me down a load of ginger nuts. Would you look at that? God bless him, isn't he a sweetheart? I am spoilt rotten and I've nearly finished, so I'm going to go and join him with this cup of tea and this ginger nut and enjoy it in relative peace, I hope. I do apologise for the umpteen. I just realised that I put that on my mat instead of the glass. I do apologise for all of the interruptions. I really hope you think the card was worth bearing through. I do. I think it's a corker. I actually love it. And I'm just thinking on the inside, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put a little key for the charm. I have loads of them. Where do you see this? Look at this. This is a box full of them. Buttons, charms, you name it. Look at that. Isn't that glorious? Let's take our big keys, little keys, all sorts of keys. No, that's a watch. Oh, there's a pretty one. That looks a bit too big for it. Well, you get the general gist. I'll go through. I don't want to keep... Oh, I found one. No, I've lost it again. What's that? Yeah, that's perfect. Look at that. I might find one that isn't quite so fancy. But what I think I'll do is mount that inside. Or put it on a little charm that somebody can take off. And maybe even use a bit of this. Like so. Grunge this up. We'll see. I maybe use the other side. That's a bit grungy for even for me, you know, and put that on it inside and stamp a birthday wish. I'm not quite sure that I like it on the card, but you get the gist. I'll do something because I think it warrants it. But anyway, I'll let you get on and enjoy your day or evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I hope you have a really good one. And I hope you can see the relevance of how, you know, you can take your junk journaling bits and pieces that we supposed to do every other day, but I didn't get it done this week. Oh, that tea is so good. Not every other day. I usually do, I'm going to try to do one card video, one junk journal video alternately, isn't that right? Yeah. So I'm hoping that you'll see how you can combine the two and use one for the other and vice versa. It's a great thing to have more than one string to the bow, isn't it? Because when you have all the materials and the dies and the cards sitting there, why not? Why not? I'm actually thinking this card that I cut this earlier to show how you can make a tag. I'm just thinking this would make a lovely Christmas one if I did a Christmas card with maybe a little snowman or something. Oh, another idea for a video. There you go. Keep your eyes open. That will be coming up soon. But I am not making card making videos in the end of the end of October, beginning of November, because to me it's just a wee bit too soon. I hope everybody had a lovely Halloween, by the way. So now I've time to stop talking and get on. Okay, have a lovely, lovely day. Enjoy it wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye now.